go, 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 go. We are horned up. We are horned up. Extra horny tonight. A lot of people, a lot of poop talk in the comments.
I don't know about you guys, but when a good blizzard rolls in, I get extra horny.
Yeah, I haven't really seen much of a blizzard yet, though. So if you're extra horny, I don't know why.
Well, no, I'm just saying when there's a good blizzard, that's something about that change in barometric pressure gets my parts going. So anybody getting snowed on right now? I know Ellis Gregor's talking about it. Anybody down the cities, they're supposed to get absolutely slammed.
Ellis Gregor's talking about getting shit-faced tonight and maybe texting some exes. I'd like to be on that thread, Ellis. Throw me on
like he's going to rekindle some romances tonight.
Oh, he can rekindle anything he wants. We got Mark J in the house, Davey Chains. We got LS, Travis, Bob Sweet, Harms, Matthew. I'm missing it. Dave is in the house. Mark J, Julian.
Sounds like the gang's all here. My favorite Dropkick Murphy songs.
Yeah, we Mason M is in the house. He said we got 8 inches, might get 6 to 8 more. That sounds like a Saturday afternoon. Get it?
Where?
In my ass. Yeah, we got plenty to talk about. We're talking draft, free agency, Dalvin Tomlinson, draft crushes. We might do a mock draft at the end. We got a game for Lupagus, so stick around, buckle up, enjoy that snow, and grab a fucking beer.
Grab a lift bridge. Look at that. Yeah, I hope the game is some kind of word game. I love word games.
It's not a word game. Don't ruin it.
Shit. Well, shit. That sucks.
Dan's getting some snow. Ice storm in Illinois. Damn it, Bobby. Illinois. Devon Witherspoon. You must love him more than anything in the world.
God, he is good. He's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's -9. 30-mile-an-hour winds for Ellis Gregor. I feel we should have Harms should be on. Harms needs to be in the blizzard right now with his stick reporting the weather for us.
I'm giving up on Harms. He ain't doing anything. He needs to start pulling his weight.
Yeah.
Also, I must say, Matamidai won the fantasy 3rd place, and part of that he got some swag, and he also got an NFL Shop gift card, which we so nicely sent off to him. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that somebody else had the same name as him, so I sent the wrong person a gift card. So we had to send 2 of them.
God,
I'm so mad.
I hope the other person's a Patreon or something.
I don't want to talk about it, but they got a nice gift card. Anyways, Kwong in the house.
Oh, sounds like Harms has some stories on him and Dropkick Murphys. Like, were you a roadie?
Lupagus and I have seen them, I think, more than once together.
Yeah. I think Harms can maybe play a mean bagpipe.
No, he plays the tambourine or the banjo.
The triangle with his dick.
Okay, that's gross. Captain Cocktail in the house. We're going to give her another minute or so, and then we're diving balls deep into this. Yes, Travis.
Yeah, we should all raise our glasses for Red. He didn't put much for salary for this team, but he...
Oh, the Psychic's in the house. Where were you on calling Red? Huh? You should have given him a heads up.
Yeah, no kidding. I wonder if he's talked to him since he's passed over.
Oh, I bet he's talking to him right now.
He's probably predicting he's having frozen bananas with Jesus up there.
Hey, Red sold the team to the Wilfs, and the Wilfs have been some great owners. That was a very scary time in Vikings land where were they gonna move the team? Oh, it was terrifying.
Well, and Red was, he drove stadium. I mean, that was his entire goal, so he really got that whole thing going. So Red McCombs, he didn't like to spend on free agents. That's why we got guys like Kenny Mixon and Lorenzo Brumell.
I think Red brought a few guys in. I believe, wasn't he here when we got Moss?
We drafted him.
Well, we did.
Don't you remember?
Oh, great. Thank you for that breaking news. Yes, Tom Clancy. You're right. He almost did by Parrothead. Anthony. All right, let's do this. Let's talk some Vikings. Nobody wants to hear us sit and yap. Let's start off with Dalvin Tomlinson. Tomlinson. Just when we think the contract is voided, Lupagus and I did a video basically saying, thank you. Yep. We didn't expect you to come back. You're going to be very expensive. Dalvin and the team both agree to extend it to March 13th, 15th, something like that. He might. I honestly think he's coming back.
Something's getting done. He's coming back. There's no way. Why would you do that if you're not? It doesn't make any sense. Extending that deadline. Delvin Tomlinson, I'm very confident he will be back. And thank God, because our D-line depth is very, very thin. Talent is very, very low. We need Delvin Tomlinson on this team.
Yeah, it's just something about players of his caliber, like wanting to come back. Like if he was just out of here, it gives me warm and fuzzies. I don't know why. Maybe he sees something. Maybe he's just comfortable. Maybe he likes the team. Maybe he likes the new culture. But he's not back yet. But the fact that they both agreed to extend it is just working it out. I mean, they have to. They have to.
It only points in one direction. That's the direction of him coming back. It wouldn't make any sense if he doesn't. Unless some reason the contract falls through, the talks don't work. You got to think this means.
Maybe they were close, and like Dalvin's like, screw it. Free agency doesn't start for a while anyways. I'm throwing you a bone. Find some money.
And they will. They'll find some money.
He's gonna make himself some dollar bills. And like you said, it's a good thing because our depth, aside from horrible Harry, is like the bottom of your left nut. It reeks and it's horrible and it's gross.
You haven't seen my left nut. You're thinking of my right one.
Right.
Yeah, and Delvin Tomlinson. I mean, he was probably our best defensive player there the last 4 weeks of the season. I mean, the guy was playing out of his head, and you can't say much about anybody else on this defense, but Delvin Tomlinson was giving it his all, and probably didn't get enough props. He deserved a lot more love than he was probably getting, media-wise and even from us.
No, he didn't get as much love as he deserves, and he's going to get himself a big old paycheck. So we will be all over Delvin Tomlinson when he re-signs for a nice 3-year, I don't know, shit-ton contract.
Yeah, I'm not even going to predict contracts. It's not my strong suit.
All right, let's go to the franchise tag window is also open until March 7th. And really all I have to say about that is we have nobody to franchise tag. It does not matter to us. We're not tagging our center, Garrett Bradbury. He's our only option.
Which is kind of nice because we've been in years before we've had to use that thing. And it's kind of nice not to have to worry about that.
Can you tell me the last person we franchise tag? Comments. Who's the last person we put the franchise tag on?
I have a guess.
First one to get it right in the comments gets a $1 and Luppigus hat. Last person we tagged.
Got one guess.
What is it?
Dean M says AP. We got a Greenway.
Nope.
Matt Burke.
Nope.
Son of a bitch. Don't get me started on that guy. Mike Hughes.
Nope. Mike Hughes.
Harris says Harris. I don't know if he means Mike Harris or Anthony Harris.
It is Anthony Harris. Anthony Harris is the winner. Anthony Harris was the last person we franchised. I believe 2020. Ellis Gregor, hit us up. $1 at Gmail. And if you already got a hat, we'll give you a shirt. Whatever. I think
LS beat the Psychic on that one.
Psychic must have been dropping a shit. We'll give him a pass on that. He knows everything. He knows what I'm thinking right now, and it's not good.
Yeah.
Arms, you were late. You got it right, but you were right.
Harmsky.
So yeah, there's we don't care about the franchise tag one damn bit. So we're gonna be talking about the draft. We're gonna be talking, like I said, Luppigus is doing a game. We're also probably gonna do a Vikings 7-rounder. We'll see if how morale is. So you guys come on and make a pick. We'll just rip on you.
Maybe it'll be awesome. Maybe we'll congratulate you and say, good job. Really smart thinking on that pick there.
Yeah, as long as it ain't Max Dugan.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Kwesi. And let's talk about, Kwesi is the man. He's the man in charge of who we're, going after in free agency and the draft. Let's just take a moment back and look at what he did last year, who Kwesi brought in. We can kind of, say, was this a good signing, bad signing, and maybe even get some insight to what he may be looking at this year.
Well, it's fair. I mean, it's only 1 year. It's early, but we can say if we're satisfied with early Kwesi at this point. I mean, why not? It makes for good banter.
Yeah.
Banter. So let's start off with the free agents. The free agents that Kwesi brought in, and this doesn't include the Tonga. We don't have them on the list. I just went with the ones in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we had a wonderful short little cornerback too that panned out well. But let's just look at the free agent signings as a whole. Here they are.
We've had a graphic on a live other than a game.
I don't think so.
It's impressive. I mean, look at those guys: Darius Smith, Harrison Phillips, Jordan Hicks, Chris Reed, Peterson. God, some of these guys I forgot about. Jesse Davis. I completely forgot about Jesse Davis.
Traded him.
Albert Wilson, Nate Hairston, Ty Smith.
I think it's fair to say I mean, we're not going to go one by one by any means, but Harrison Phillips, great signing. Zadarius Smith, whether he's one and done, the dude showed up. Yeah, I mean, it was a good ballsy signing. Other than that, it's gross.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this. I mean, Johnny Munt had a bit of a role, but it was a pretty small role. Chandon Sullivan, not great. I think we flipped Jesse Davis for like a 7th round pick in like 12 years. I think we finally get one.
Let's go.
And yeah, I mean, overall, not a great group, not a whole lot. I mean, really, one of the better ones was pubic hairs. You're right, Thomas. Austin Schlottmann turned out to be a good signing. I mean, put the list back up again because there was a couple sneaky ones that actually panned out. Yeah, so I mean, there was Schlottmann. Chris Reed was a huge buzz. We were all so excited about him. But look at the ones that didn't make the team: Wilson, Hairston, Mincy, Byer. I mean, there's a lot of guys here.
Every year. I mean, those are just free agents. I mean, none of those guys were really expected to make the team. I don't think. I mean, here's what I'll give them: Chandon Sullivan at the time, great signing, had some good years in Green Bay. Sucked here. There's no doubt about it. Patrick Peterson re-signing him was a great move. Jordan Hicks at the time. Everybody was excited about that. It's easy to say, oh, yeah, it sucked now. We were all excited about it. Zadarius Smith, we were all excited. Harrison Phillips. And the other part of it is when Kwesi came here, we were $15 million over the cap. I mean, it's not like he came here and he was working with $20 million just right off the bat. He first had to get under the cap, which was a big deal. And he still made some big signings like a Zadarius Smith. If you were going to tell me we were going to sign Zadarius Smith, I'd call you a damn liar.
Well, and I think that's something we can look at here. I mean, he's going to be in the same situation this year, strapped for money. They're going to have to find money to sign some guys. So they're in the same position they were last year. I mean, so what kind of contracts are we going to look at? I mean, Harrison Phillips, that was coming off his rookie contract, I believe, to a 3-year deal. So I think those are the kind of deals he's going to look for. Jordan Hicks was kind of a similar situation, not coming off a rookie deal, but a guy who was, looking at a shorter contract, 2 years there. So I think that's what we look for. We can maybe try to find Kwesi guys out there in the free agent market, guys we think will fit, and guys that Brian Flores may want for his defense. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's year one. It's hard to get a whole lot of insight into what he's going to do just from who he did last year. But again, there were some hits, there were some misses.
He came in to a shitty cap situation, made things happen, pulled the trigger on some guys, and really, he's a smart guy. I'm assuming he signed some of these guys thinking like these guys are going to be one and done. Like Jordan Hicks, let's bring him in. Hey, if he pans out, great. But if not, we're going to cut him. I mean, he's going to be gone. So it's not like he signed somebody to a 7-year ginormous contract. I mean, these were all moves that were going to be very short-lived.
Oh, he brought in a couple of cornerbacks. He also drafted some cornerbacks. He brought in a linebacker. He drafted a linebacker. So he brought in these guys to play this year. Let's talk about the
draft because
and then he got the guys to back them up for the future. So I mean, that was kind of his plan here too. Yeah. So I mean, if you're looking at a year one production, this thing is absolutely disgusting. And why is it disgusting? Well, because of injuries. I mean, Lewis Cine out, Andrew Booth out, Caleb Evans was in and out of the lineup. So first year production not great, but you look at what could potentially be next year. I mean, you look at who could be starting out this group. You got the first 5 guys could potentially be starters in 2023. So you got to give this class time. You got to let this thing sit and marinate because I think the best years are on the horizon here for this group.
Yeah, I mean, draft. It's easy to. I'm on the side of things we got to definitely let it play out. But if you put this against pretty much all the other draft classes as far as playing time and what teams got out of it, ours is going to be right at the bottom. But I'm not getting my panties in a bunch. Nobody is. I mean, we're seeing comments. We brought up the draft. We brought up free agency. But look at the other moves he made. Look at the other free agency brought in during the season. Look at the TJ Hawkinson trade. Beautiful. I mean, he made some very, 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 very good moves. I think so. I'm very high on Kwesi. But yeah.
I think the biggest takeaway for me when it comes to draft is him identifying value and where to get those guys. He wanted Lewis Cine. He knew where he could get Lewis Cine at the end of the first round. He wasn't going to force it at pick 12 just because he wanted him. Wasn't going to reach. Identified who he wanted. Knew the board. Knew where he was going to be, and he went down there and got his guy where he should come off the board. So I think that's the biggest takeaway. The value of these guys and where they're supposed to go. I think he definitely nailed that in the first draft.
I will say this: year 2.
Hi, Dirk.
If we don't get to product if Lewis Cine, right? I mean, if I'm going to be jumping off that bandwagon real quick if this is another year of some injuries and just like, oh, he's showing signs. F that. We need to see something real quick.
I think Asamoah has to bust out and Cena has to bust out for sure. I mean, those are the two that really need to just emerge. And Booth is a very close second or third, I should say, to those two.
Yeah. So we'll see. But overall, Kwesi, I mean, through year one, Lapagis, I mean, give him a grade. Give him a grade.
Well, I mean, you look at it, and I gotta say a B. I think really his strongest moves were the ones he made in season with Tonga and Shelley trained for Hawkinson. You could even call Jonathan Buller a June signing. He got run out of that, so that's kind of where he was at his best, or at least the most instant production was with those kind of moves.
You're right. Lapagis was the most depressed person ever during the draft. Like, just so mad at the world.
Because I didn't think and I still don't think we got enough value where we moved down to. That's the frustrating part. You go 12 to 32, and you even give back a second round pick. He did get his player, but man, even look at the chart, we're about 40 points, 80 points short or something.
Nah, I think it was like 20 something, and that's like a 7th round pick.
Just shocked when when they revealed the trade value. I'm like, oh my god, that's why I was so sad.
Hate everything about it. I'll give Kwesi a.
Did I give a grade? I was a new B.
You said a B. Okay. I'm still taking into consideration him coming in to a mess. I mean, the salary. I mean, he's coming in to 15 million over the cap. I mean, he had to do a lot of shit. So free agency wise, I didn't expect much. Draft is gross. I'll go with a B too, and I don't think that's being overly generous or purple colored glasses by any means. That Hawkinson trade, they're gonna extend his ass. And he's going to be here for a long time. He's going to be a big part of this offense. So that saves it. If it wasn't for Hawkinson, I'd probably say like a C minus, to be honest.
Well, that's the other thing I think we can take away from his draft is he's going to move down the board and up the board. He's not afraid to wheel and deal and trade. And he may not accept full value to make his moves to get where he wants to be. So expect more trades. We're not going to sit there and let the draft come to us. Kwesi's going to attack that thing, whether that means going up or down. So that's the other thing we can take away from Kwesi year one.
All right, we're going to talk some draft here in a little bit, but I warned Lapagis. Let's talk CJ Ham. I want to talk about CJ Ham. And this seems to be a very delicate subject because we all love CJ Ham. He's from Duluth. He's from Minnesota. Undrafted. Fullback. I mean, it's like the perfect story. It's a perfect Disney movie that everybody jumps on. But where is everybody sitting right now with CJ Ham, who is set to make $3.8 million? You save $3 million in cap space, only $750,000 in dead if you cut him. I mean, this is a no-brainer to me. I love CJ Ham. I wish they would have cut him last year. CJ Ham, thoughts?
Well, so far, it looks like it is in favor of going.
It's everybody wants him to go.
No, there's a couple that want him to stay.
All right, let me ramble off some more stuff here. $3.8 million is what he is on for a fullback. For a fullback, he played the least amount of snaps this year that he's played in the last 4 years. It was almost cut in half compared to the year before. Everybody goes to the special teams thing. Our special teams sucked. Like, I don't get it. I do not get why we would want to keep CJ Ham around. If you do the special teams angle for $4 million, you're reaching. Like, convince me, Lapagis. I know you probably want him to stay.
No, I'm ready for him. I think it's time for him to go. I think there's just the offense that we use now, they just don't need him. But I get why he has value to this team. He's very versatile. He can use it in a bunch of different ways.
No, they don't. That's the thing. He only played in 160 snaps.
But he didn't have to because the guys were healthy. But you can get him in there more. That fullback role just doesn't need to be in Kevin O'Connell's offense. So I don't think you need to have him there. It's not as important as it was in years past when we're pounding the ball 30-something times a game. He's a team captain. He can do a lot of things. I think he really, truly is a leader on this team. I think a lot of guys look up to him. So there's value in the locker room. But at that price tag, his role, I think it is time for, to cut bait and save some money there with CJ Ham. And I hate to say it because, my kids have been going to his football camp for 3 years.
He doesn't play. So he can say he does a bunch of things. They don't play him. Like, that's a fact.
Well, he plays special teams. He's out there.
He played half the snaps he played the year before. He played in 15% of the snaps, and he's making more money than a lot of the other players.
I'm saying he does need to be cut. I'm not arguing with you.
I wouldn't want him back for $1 million. I mean, I don't even want to restructure him.
I don't think we need a fullback.
Exactly. Like, I don't get this. Why CJ, like you said it all. He's the best. He does his football camps. He's from Minnesota. I mean, it's the best. But they could say we're so far over the cap. This is like such a no-brainer to me. Like just to cut him.
Yeah, I was surprised they kept him last year. I thought he was going to be gone. It was going to be one that was going to hurt more last year. But then, I mean, O'Connell fell in love with him. I don't know what happened there. Again, I think players look up to him. They love CJ Ham. But you got to realize it's a business, and I think he probably knows it too. And I would not be shocked if we see CJ Ham get his walking papers here in the next couple of weeks.
Has to. Like, I'm actually going to be upset if for some reason he's still on the team. Like, that is so crazy how much money he's making. Mm-hmm. All right, CJ Ham. That's it. That's it. He's been on. They've CJ Ham facts and contract stats have been all over Twitter this last week, just as far as how much he's making. So we had to talk about it. But let's go. Let's talk a little draft. Let's talk some draft crushes.
Yeah.
I want to hear Lumpagus's top 3 draft crushes, and in the comments, draft crushes as well. And this doesn't have to be first round draft crushes, just draft crushes in general. Because what do we got? Like 70 days or something till the draft. I need to broaden my horizons, so I'm looking forward to seeing some in the comments as well.
If you're gonna ask my top 3 right now, it's not gonna be anything broad. It's gonna be the same guys I've been talking about. But I got one.
This is a one-trick pony.
Well, my draft crushes are my draft crushes right now. I can expand it.
No, I mean, my draft crushes that I'm going to talk about now are definitely first round guys. Manuel Forbes, guy who is just shooting up the charts. That guy can intercept anything. He's got like 9,000 college career interceptions.
He's like the CJ Ham of corners.
Overpriced and not worth it? I don't get it. John Michael Schmidt, a very touchy subject in the comments usually.
Everybody loves John Michael Schmidt. James Cox Jr., that's my boy.
Nolan Smith, that's Stephen Burton. That's one guy that I haven't really dove a ton into. Isn't he like undersized or something?
I don't know. He's an edge guy, and I haven't looked at him too much either.
Addison Simpson, Pace, Verstig, like it.
Pace, absolutely.
Jason wants a wide receiver. First pick, it's gotta be.
I think it has to be, but definitely an option.
He says Philip Clark, absolutely. Charlie Jones, love him. Me and Harms are on the same page. Stephen Burton, Van Ness. I don't think I'd want that guy in round 3.
Van Ness?
So he's not on my.
Was it Jeremiah? I had him going like 8 to the Raiders or 7 to the Raiders. His last mock.
He seems to be one of those guys that is like, depending on the draft guru, either love him or hate him. Like, he didn't even start.
I get why people like him with his motor and his long arms, but
he's got a motor.
I'm not sold.
No, I think he is the definition of boom or bust.
Yeah.
Clark Phillips, Allison, you and me, Davey. I don't know. Dorian Williams, Flowers, Simpson, Addison. Lupagus, who's one of your crushes?
Well, I really, I've talked about this guy enough, but I'm going to talk him a little bit more. Evan Pace Jr., I love him. Compact, fiery, attacks. He's like this missile that's just out of control, which is maybe one of his downsides. Plays a little too wild. Like I said, we talked about in that video. I may have got his ticket jam out for him at Cincinnati Chuck E. Cheese and Coleraine, because that's where he was from. That's where he went to high school. Ivan Pace Jr., I think you pair him next to Brian Asamoah. You got 2 electric linebackers there, and you can cover a lot of ground, and you can attack the quarterback. So I love that guy. Round 3. There's like a lot of round 3 linebackers I really, really like, and he's at the top of the list.
Yeah, those linebackers. Yeah, I absolutely agree on those round 3 linebackers. Harms, I think we need to make a bet. A little wager. If he's not a top 15 pick, I think you need to come on and like just eat a whole jar of peanut butter or just something, I don't know, bag of potatoes or something.
I think he'll go high. I just don't know if he's going to pan out. I don't think he's going to pan out.
You never know. Crazier things have happened. Edge rushers. So yeah, Pace. So I'm going. This is a pipe dream, but I can't deny it. I've talked about him every time. Joey Porter Jr. How can you not love this guy? Mm-hmm. He never gets past Washington. Even if he starts slipping, Washington in mock drafts always snipe his ass. So my hope is that Washington trades back or something completely weird, or like a Van Ness, all of a sudden guys like him start going before him to bump some other players back. But Joey Porter Jr., I love this dude so much. And he's going to be one of the ones when he goes off the board is going to hurt. I don't expect him to be there. He shouldn't be there. He won't be there. It's still going to hurt.
There's always hope until their name is called. Then the hope goes away. Yeah, I love Joey Porter Jr. too.
Cornerbacks, though, like it seems like there's never hope. Like they always go earlier than they should, especially the big ones. That's why Witherspoon, he's so far off my radar now. Like there's no chance in hell he's going to be there. No way.
It was like last year with Stingley and Sauce, and we're hoping. I think we're all thinking it was Stingley. Yeah, well, I think we were actually thinking Stingley might be the one. He went 3. I'm talking with our corner, who I just recently become a really big crush of mine, is Cam Smith. Watching this guy play, how fiery he is, how aggressive he is, the swagger he plays with, his size, his frame, he's big. That's the kind of cornerback I want. And Cam Smith really, really shooting up my my board and tugging at my heartstrings. Absolutely love that dude.
Yeah. No, Cam Smith is definitely a guy that's rising up the draft charts. There's no doubt about it. I mean, him and Forbes have just been hot patooties. He's one of those ones that if we drafted him, we'd be like, all right, sweet, we got a cornerback. But I don't know if I'd be like ecstatic by any means. I don't know if I'd just like get overly excited. But
about Cam?
Yeah. I don't know.
I really like him.
I can't wait for the combine. Combine comes through. I mean, our draft crushes are going to go through the roof, seeing those guys running around in those tight underpants. Ringo, a couple Ringos out there, which I'm surprised because people either love him or absolutely hate him.
Yeah, and he's one I haven't dived into yet either. I got to look more at Christian Gonzalez, more at Kelly Ringo, and just see what I think of those guys.
Julius Brents, Matthew, love Julius Brents. He just went in round 2 in Ryan Wilson's CBS one, I think. And he's a dude that he's going to be, when he goes off the board, people are going to poop their pants.
He sounds like a
who else you got? I got Brian Branch. Brian Branch is a guy that's really starting to tickle me where I go potty. He's getting me very excited. And basically everybody say he's a guy that's usually going around, like the Ravens seem to be always on top of Brian Branch. Gotta have him. And he's just one of those ones where you read about him and watch him. It's like wherever he plays, day one, he's going to be flying around making an impact. Like, he's not a guy that's going to be like, yeah, maybe he'll get out in the field in the week 8 or whatever. They're going to throw his ass out there and find somewhere for him to play. And Brian Branch is a sneaky play. I mean,
I think he's a dark horse for our pick.
What's that?
I think he's a dark horse for our pick.
Yeah, I mean, they say safety, corner, nickel, whatever. And, our new beautiful defense coordinator loves him some versatility. So why not get a guy that can play anywhere in the secondary for somebody that we need a ton of?
I think he's going to shoot up the board. So I really think he's going to go way higher than we think, though. But yeah, I actually dreamt somehow we got Brian Brisset and then we got Brian Branch in the same round. I don't know what we did if we traded up. It was awesome. And when we got Branch, it's quarterback by his name. But yeah, he can do a lot of things. He can play, safety. He can play up nickel. He can play up in the line. So really do like him as well. My other guy, looking at a running back down the road, I love Rashawn Johnson from Texas. Big 6'2" frame with good wheels. He can catch the football. We'll see what happens with Delvin Cook here. We'll know in a couple weeks if running back is going to be a position we draft, which I do think it will be. And there's a lot of running backs, but this is one guy I really like too. And I could probably say it's about 15 guys, but Rashawn Johnson's way at the top of my list.
Skull 2IA, Dorian Williams. I like him too. The dude's like a fucking missile. Just flies in that backfield. Running backs, I do need to start digging a little bit deeper into. I know, obviously the round 3 guys and the round 4 in that area. I'm not even looking at the early ones, but I need to dig more into the later round guys. I think that's where maybe we were smelling around.
Yeah, I've actually looked more at these 3rd to 5th range guys than I have in the first round, just because I feel like our options are pretty limited when it comes to 23.
Who's the receiver you guys are talking about?
Was it Rashee Rice, maybe?
Rashee Rice, I love a lot. I love him more than
I was watching some Jalen Hyatt last night, and I didn't hate what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, Hyatt, he seems to be, isn't he like a speedy athletic dude, right?
Yeah, and every catch, he's just wide open. There's like no one around him. So you never saw a contested catch. You never really saw a lot of routes. He's just wide freaking open every time.
Well,
So I think
it takes a lot of work to get that wide open. So maybe you should give him some credit.
No, I do. I didn't hate him. I mean, because you see him going late first a lot of times. I'm like, who's this character?
Ryan Stone, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Hyatt comments. And then there's a couple of receivers that I'm just not overly big on, but there is one I'm big on and is one of my draft crushes. And I actually think there's a small out of my draft crushes. He's probably got the best chance of being there. That's Addison. Got to talk about Jordan Addison, USC. I mean, how can you not love that guy? Everybody's like, oh, he weighs 175, soaking wet, whatever. I mean, this dude is the shit. Could you imagine him out there with Justin Jefferson? If he's there at pick 23, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. I know we got bigger needs, but holy shit. And the best part is, guys like Hyatt, wide receivers always get crazy. I mean, Jalen Reagor went before Justin Jefferson. Nobody expected that. Receivers, teams just fall in love with these guys, and all of a sudden, somebody's just sitting there that should not be there. And Addison might be the guy. He's either going to go top 10 or he's going to toy with our emotions and start trickling into like 18, 19 range.
I think he goes 12 to the Texans.
No!
Has anybody actually, have you weighed yourself and then take a shower and then go on the scale and see if that saying is true?
Isn't it soaking wet if you're wearing your clothes, though? It adds a lot more.
No, that's what I would assume, but who does that?
Mark J is not an Addison guy. Hates him more than anything in the world.
Hates him.
I love him. I love him. Love him so much.
At this point, I think there's more guys that I love than I know. I'm watching like, oh, no thanks.
Well, let's talk about no thanks. Let's talk about the guys we do not want. And let's talk more. I mean, I guess I'm going in more round one. And in the comments, who are the guys that you're just not feeling, you don't want? There's been a lot of guys in the past. I remember when Andre Dillard was always rumored to the Vikings. For some reason, I wanted nothing to do with him.
How about our heated one? Elijah Vera Tucker. I wanted nothing to do with him. I think you were all over his nuts.
Yeah. And guess what? He's good.
Yeah, he's okay. I'm glad we got Christian Darrisaw.
Well, yeah. I mean, we traded back to 20-something and got him, but Vera Tucker has been very good. He's not just okay.
He can barely lick my balls.
You can lick your balls. Yeah, there's been a lot of guys. I can't remember the last time there was a player that I absolutely despised that we actually drafted. Lupagus has had a few. Mike Hughes he didn't like. Trey Waynes he didn't like. I mean, there's been a handful that he has not liked that have actually panned out pretty well.
Yeah, it was more about just the position there again. But here's the guy 23 I don't want. And this isn't I watched him a couple nights ago, and I was expected to be super excited, and this would be a guy we probably get in a trade back situation. I don't think we wouldn't take him at 23, but maybe if we trade on the 30. But Siaki Ika, the defensive tackle from Baylor,
yuck!
I was watching him, and I was like, he's going to be a nose. He eats up other humans, and we already have Harrison Phillips here. I think you got to move Horrible Harry to end if you draft this guy. He's got to play nose. Not a lot of oomph coming off the ball. He just kind of gets up and absorbs people. I don't think you're a whole lot of interior pressure. He's gonna be great run defender. I mean, he's gonna take up a lot of blocks, free up your linebackers, and there's definitely a role for that. At 23, definitely a guy I don't want anything to do with. I was expecting to see a lot more when I watched the tape on him, and I was a little disappointed. And I had my expectations high, and I was ready to be pumped. I mean, when they're very positive energy.
Nah, I mean, nose tackles, we see it every year. Eddie Goldman. I mean, who are those guys? Every year we're just like, holy shit, I can't believe these guys are slipping. Nobody wants to spend a first-round pick on a space eater. Get those guys in round 5, round 6. No way in hell. I wouldn't want this guy anywhere near 23. I don't want to trade back to round 2 and take him. He might be fantastic, but you're right. We need a little more impact, a little more oomph when it comes to him. And he was actually on my list. So I'll go to my next one. I already said Lucas Van Ness. I want nothing to do with him at all at pick. This is pick 23, and Patrick Harms is probably just punching the air right now. Do you guys agree that they're only roughly 15? I've seen that a lot. Yeah. I mean, I'm not smart enough to say yes or no, but a lot of draft gurus are saying this thing's like 14 players deep in the first round.
Well, and you see that a lot of years, good class, bad class. What I haven't seen is someone who actually went back and looked at those classes that were rated good or rated bad and see how, if there's truth to this or not. So I don't know. It seems like every other year this is a horrible class, but sometimes they pan out, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Tanner
So
McKee.
Van Ness. So I'll go to my next one, and this is a guy that I've seen drafted or mocked to the Vikings hot and heavy lately. I mean, he is the name, and that is Deonte Banks, cornerback, Maryland. I mean, the shitty part is they're saying that come combine time, he is going to light it up and he's going to shoot up the draft boards. But the main reason with Deonte Banks is he's been injury riddled his whole college career. He's played in 28 games across 4 seasons, played 5 in 2020, 2 in 2021. We're not doing that shit again. We're not doing it. We did it with Andrew Booth last year, injured in college. Guess what? He comes here, he's injured the whole time. We need a sure thing. I would rather have a third-round talent that actually plays than a first-rounder that never sees the field. So Deonte Banks, I've seen it so many times in the last couple of days, and it makes me want to punch myself in the dick.
Yeah, we cannot take an injury-riddled player. Absolutely not. It's not after what we went through last year with the rookies. You can't do it. And yeah, I've seen it too. And I'm just like, in a class that's cornerback heavy to take a guy like that with that kind of injury history, I think you just wait. But I actually have another. Yeah, and you're right, Griff Daddy. I mean, we're not giving up on Booth. It's just you can't take another guy with long injury history back to back. And then I mean, what they're both hurt next year. And it's horrible. And you got your 4th, 5th options you're relying on. But I got another corner. I just don't want in round 1. I'll take him in round 2. I'll take him in round 3. Clark Phillips, just too undersized for me. I don't want to put my first round pick. Was he 5'11", like a $180 soaking wet from the waist
like
down?
A giant to some of our cornerbacks last year. What are you talking about?
First round pick. I just want a little more meat on my bones to invest that early of a pick on a cornerback. I don't want an undersized corner with our first pick. I would rather wait. And again, I haven't seen Clark Phillips mocked a lot to the first round lately. He was more like a month ago pick, and I'm sure he's going to go anywhere from I think late first to somewhere in second round. But I don't want an undersized corner at 23.
It's fair. That's fair. He is very hot lately though. But all right, those are guys we do not want. We saw a lot in the comments that you guys definitely do not want as well. Let's quickly touch on positions that we want to upgrade in free agency. Just positions like what's a position that you don't want to like? I don't want to leave it up to the draft. I don't want some rookie coming in, some young buck. I want a free agent to come in for this position. So what do you got, Lupagus?
My big one's cornerback. I want a veteran cornerback. I don't want to rely on a rookie and then 2 other guys who are basically rookies rounding out our top of our depth chart at cornerback. We need to get a veteran guy, whoever that may be, Cam Sutton, I don't care. Someone like that. We need to have a veteran corner. Absolutely. At least one. We need one.
Yeah. Positions we want to upgrade. Free agency. I got cornerback and I got defensive line.
That was another one.
Cam Sutton, you mentioned Larry Ogunjobi. I'm going all Pittsburgh Steelers free agents, and I'm even throwing in Chris Wormley from them as well. I mean, I hope they love Flores a ton. I hope they want to come here. But you're right. Our cornerbacks right now are so damn young. To add another youngster into the mix is like, shit, this is going to be bad. We need an old man. We need a guy like Cam Sutton's only like 26, 27. We need these guys to come in. We don't have the Patrick Peterson as of yet. We need that. Defensively, let's go. It's got to be free agency.
And D-line, I mean, the one guy you can really get at 23 is Brian Brisset. Is he going to be there? I don't know. But I just think there's more options for D-line on the free agent market than there is in the draft. There's guys down the board I like. Mozzie Smith from Michigan, a guy I was watching the other night. I really, really liked him. I compare him to Siaki Ika with some actual pass rush. So I really am high on him. The Byron Young from Alabama. So there's guys down the road in the draft that we can get. I think you got to get somebody in free agency when it comes to D-line. And we'll see. Maybe Delvin Tomlinson comes back and that'll be okay. But we still need another end, even if he does come back. So I just think there's way more options in free agency. And linebackers one I think we can actually get in the draft, Mark J. I think there's a lot of good linebackers we can find.
Yeah, I actually, as far as positions that we need to upgrade that I'm all for in the draft, linebacker was one of them that I'm fine with. I know we got Asamoah, who's young. But you know what? I think linebacker, there's a little more wiggle room as far as, and you can see them come in and have a bigger impact as rookies. So I got linebacker, I got wide receiver, and I got center. I'm like, go for those guys with the draft. Let's go. I mean, those guys can come in day one and make an impact.
Well, and I think the obvious one too is running back. I mean, if we do get rid of Delvin Cook, you can add a running back. I mean, round 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to find someone there you're going to like. It's a pretty deep running back class too. So I think that's a position we can definitely upgrade in the draft. Let's throw kicker in there too. I think we can upgrade with kicker in the draft. Drew Sanders.
Drew Sanders, love him. So those are some positions in the draft that we could upgrade. What else do we got shaking here? Hold on, I got shit going all over the place. Bear with me.
I got my mouse died. That damn psychic goal. I hope he didn't get lost in the storm.
A lot of everybody's saying Robert Woods. Robert Woods got cut. Should we bring him in for wide receiver too? I don't think.
How old is he?
He's got to be like
knees go out too.
30. I mean, it's Robert Woods. He's good, but
he's got familiarity.
Got to be honest. I'm really not that interested in Robert Woods.
I'm not either, but I think it's game time for me.
Versteeg did cut their kicker, or they did cut their kicker. So, all right, yes, it is game time. We'll make this quick. I'm just throwing. So here's what I did. I'm going to give Lapagis some off-season options, and he has got to pick one or the other. It consists of I think it's usually one free agent and their first and third round pick, and it's against each other. So he's got to pick which one he would rather have. Comments, let us know which one you would rather have. And to be honest, I don't know what order they're in, so I'm just going to plop them up. So option number 1.
Wait, you got a name for
this game? Who would you rather have? Let's go. We got Jordan Addison in round 1. Vikings sign cornerback Rocky Sin from the Raiders. Get their starting cornerback, $11 million. Jarrett Patterson, center in round 3. Or Deontay Banks, DJ Chark, Trenton Simpson. Which option are you taking?
This is like what you used to email me.
I know.
This back and forth.
I know. And in the comments, which one are you taking? Option 1 is on the left. Option 2 is on the right.
Well, here's the thing. You really scared me off of Deontay Banks talking about that injury history, but I like the other 2 options better than the other 2 options on the left.
Tim Versteeg is going with option A, which, and he wasn't listening.
Are they labeled? I don't see them labeled.
We got a lot of option 1s here. A couple option 2s. Actually, it's pretty even. I tried to make it hard.
Well, I'm struggling because, you got Jordan Addison there. That's the top heavy one. That's the sexy. That's the thing. But
Rocky Sin would be wonderful.
Hasn't he been up and down? I thought he had a couple of really rough years there in Indy.
Wow, he's not in Indy anymore. I actually think 2 is winning right now.
Yeah, and I think that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to roll the dice on Banks, but I like the DJ Chark and I like the Trenton Simpson, especially in round 3. Trenton Simpson would be a steal there. So it's close. But I'm going to go with the second one with the Banks option.
All right.
And pray that he's healthy.
The second one, my thought was high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
The 2 guys are definitely injury prone, but then Trenton Simpson just makes it sexy as hell.
It does.
All right, next up, let's go. I got 4 of them for you. Let's go. We got, so here's the gross one. This is gross version. Worst case scenario, we get Tyreek Stevenson in round 1. They get their cornerback. So I'll just let you guys see the rest.
Yeah, and I like Tyreek Stevenson. I think he's a round 2 guy. Round 1, especially that's 23. That would make me sick. Alexander Madison, I've already written him off. I generally like him. Zach Pickens, the guy I haven't really delved into yet. So I'm going the second one. Even though Siaki Ika scares me, I'm going to go with that one. Patrick Peterson, Tyjae Spears, like where I saw Senior Bowl week from him, and Patrick Peterson. So I'm going to go with the one with the big nose tackle. Even though I just said I don't want him in round 1.
I think you're the only one that picked 2. Everybody is on 1. Oh, Griff Daddy picked 2.
Versteeg and Griff Daddy. I got a couple good guys on my side.
Yeah, I would take 1 on this one all day. But it's gross. It's gross. There's a couple 2s trickling in.
Yeah.
All right, that was definitely the gross one. I believe this one might be a pretty sexy one. Let's go.
Really?
So Cam Sutton,
or
Cam Smith, and then Draymond Jones. The big spend.
Yeah.
This would definitely be our big spendy free agent for the year.
Shit.
Yeah. So here we go. It's looking good. This is a win-win situation.
It is. I love Brian Brsay so much, but I think I'm gonna go the Cam Smith one on this one. And and I look at Michael Wilson with his injury history at Stanford. I think he played in like 4 games. Had a great
awesome
senior
games.
They were 4 awesome games. But I like every single option very much on that right side with the Cam Smith one. So I'm gonna go 2. If we're gonna label these, I'm going 2. Ellis Gregor, does he go to the bathroom or he pick number 2? I think he's just gonna take a shit. I gotta go 2. I'm going 2.
Also, the contract numbers are just ones that I got from I didn't pull those out of my ass. Like those were projected numbers. So
well, I think maybe
whether they're right or not. I mean, I think Cam Sutton's a little low. I think he's going to make more than that. Draymond Jones, who knows? But this is a tough one. So tough. I love Cam Sutton so much, but Draymond Jones would be so awesome. I don't know. I'm not even answering. You already answered.
I did.
All right, we got one more. One more. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is the big trade up version. So we lose our 3rd round pick, and basically we end up with a 1st rounder, and then we start in round 5. So we get Dalton Reisner, interior offensive line for the Broncos that we love more than anything. And then you guys can see what it is. Anthony Richardson, the big sexy one.
Yeah, this one's actually pretty easy for me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going with the Anthony Richardson side on this one. Eventually you got to shoot your shot, get your quarterback of the future. And I know a lot of people hate him, and that's fine. But I think there's a lot of skills there to work with, a lot of raw talent. So I'm going to go with the Anthony Richardson one. Get Dalton Reisner. I like Kittrell Clark. He had a great, I think it was East-West game he was at, locking everybody down there. So I'm fine with him. And it's, Dalton Reisner tugs at the freaking heartstrings. So I'm going to go with the quarterback side. If you got a chance to get a guy who could potentially be a franchise quarterback, you got to take it.
Wow. I'm shocked. I mean, this was 2 all day for me. All day. Like if Richardson, I don't know. I just think yeah. All right. That's fair. It's 2 for me. Defense. I mean,
me and Dave,
Thompson Robinson is you could take him out of the equation. I'm still taking 2.
You just wouldn't have a player there?
I'm just saying I'd rather have Edmonds and Witherspoon over the other guys.
Nice, but again, if Richardson, you hit on Richardson, then you're still a quarterback for 8 years, 9 years.
Wow, 9 years. That sounds wonderful. All right, but it would be exciting. So that's it. Lupagus just made our Viking squad a lot better with the options he picked. It was pretty. There wasn't one that just blew everything out of the water, which I'm surprised. Usually
no,
stupid there. So, all right, that's it.
It looks like we're gonna have to. No, Atlas. I'm not. Ponder never should have been taken at 12. That was just an insane reach. And that was that weird year where there was no free agency.
Why are we talking about Christian Ponder?
I was just responding to Ellis Gregor's comment. He's probably getting ready to text one of the old ladies right now.
I bet he's been texting dick pics this whole damn time. Should we do a Viking 7-rounder or not?
Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's bring them on.
All right, we're gonna bring you guys on. We're gonna shut up. We're gonna let you make the picks. Viking 7-rounder. We're gonna do pro football. What?
Who picked first last time? We're gonna make sure that whoever picked first does not pick first this time.
I have no idea who picked first.
I think we should do a mock every week.
Yeah, we probably will do a mock every week. All right, let's do this. So here's the link. Saddle up. You guys make the pick. If we get in the later rounds and you don't even know who they are, we don't care. Just pick a player, pick a need, maybe position. That's the whole point. So let's do it.
I do got to say that I feel like everybody hates Kirk. Nobody wants Anthony Richardson. I think Vikings fans, when it comes to quarterback, just don't want to be happy.
I don't know. I mean, I think the thought on Anthony Richardson is you're going to have to trade up. And you're not going defense, and it's not going to help in year 1 and possibly not year 2. I want the quick return. I'm selfish. I'm greedy.
Well, and I think it's going to all come down to what the front office thinks. Are we going to compete again, or do they feel like we're right there knocking on that door? If that's the case, then yeah, you don't make that move. But
if this was next year, I'd be a little more gung-ho. Like we're coming off a 13-win season. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Let's go. Round 1. Patrick Harms, I don't believe he was the first pick last week, so he's up first. So we're going to give him.
I think he was way down the road.
Yeah, he probably took someone real gross from Iowa.
He's taking Lucas Van Ness. I guarantee you, if he's there.
I gotta make this a little bit bigger. All right, that's a little bit better. Okay, so we're bringing on old Harmsy. What's up,
Harmsy?
What's up? No, I took Charlie Jones last week.
You're right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Purdue, baby. Love that guy.
And I won't take Van Ness because I don't want to get kicked off the show for good.
No,
You take
you do whatever the hell you
who's ever in
want.
your heart. All right,
Draft with
start.
your balls.
Can
Go
we
and
just
bully
say
you.
we're no trades tonight. Let's just make it easy, okay?
All right, make sure you do fast. There you go.
All right, let's go. Witherspoon is gone. Can I just reject these? Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do no trades.
Okay, so Harms is up. We got some damn good players. Do you want me to go to a certain position? You just see I am at your beck and call.
Let's go cornerback. Or actually, well, I'm assuming Addison's off the board.
Well, let's take a little peek-ski here. Yes, receivers. Addison is gone. So
linebackers, there's a lot of good linebackers in third round-ish. So cornerback, per se, would be really nice. Are these updated?
I feel like Trenton Simpson's back higher again than he was last week, but
yeah. So this is just all.
Oh, it just says updated. Is that 220? I can't. It's right behind the box there.
That's what Lupicus is hogways. Any other specific positions?
Did you click on cornerback?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Clark Phillips is number one. Forbes, Banks, Stevenson.
And this isn't like the one we used last week. I think this one has Cam Smith ranked normally.
Yikes.
Edge, there's your boy, Lucas Van Ness.
There he is.
You take whoever you want, man. I'll zip my lips. Best offense. The Vikings next 5 years relies on this pick.
Tomlinson's coming back. So Mercy, I don't know if that would. Trenton Simpson, I love, but I don't know where he's actually ranked right now.
Yeah, he's a wild card.
Clark Phillips, I really do like. Man,
go with your heart.
I thought the first pick would be easy.
Go with your heart.
We just got jumped. He waited too long.
Yeah,
nope, we're seeing some. So in the comments, we're seeing a lot of Trenton. We're seeing a lot of D tackle Downs.
I'm going to go with Bercy.
He's doing it
because there's a lot of good linebackers that we could get in later. So,
all right, well done, Arms. I like it.
I hope I did good.
Good job, buddy.
You did great.
All right, let me boot his ass out of here. All right, so next up, Davey. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing? How's the wheel there, Lup?
Good. All healed up.
Good.
Yep,
good.
Real good.
It's gross looking, but it's all healed up.
Out of drawers, I drink to your leg.
Yeah. Right out of the bottle, baby.
right out of the bottle. Okay, Patrick took the guy that I would take in the first round.
Boom.
Nice. Where do you want me to go?
Let's go. Well, like me and Dave were talking, most of the guys that we like will probably be gone. So let's go. Am I in the second round or in the first round?
Third round. We don't have a second rounder.
Third round.
I'm in third round. Okay. Pull up interior offensive line.
You got
Let's see who's available.
Guard. So Avila, fantastic, is still there.
Nah.
You get some good centers still there.
Yeah, I was thinking about Schmitz, but I guess he's gone, huh?
He's gone.
Broke your heart. He's out of here.
How about cornerback?
There we go. I know Julius Brents is there. Brents, Rush.
A couple good ones.
A lot of Valentine comments tonight.
Yeah, I saw him in the comments too.
Okay, so I'm third round. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in here. Go to offense.
Go
to offense. Go to quarterback.
Oh God, it's not Max Duggan again, is it?
He's gonna do it.
He's there.
Dorian Robinson Thompson.
He's doing it.
Holy shit.
He did it.
All right, Davey. I like it, man.
Monkey wrenched it.
Those big old balls. Well done, Davey. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
All right, see you, man.
Hell yeah,
Wow.
balls it.
I thought he was going Tanner McKee. He's just
I did
he
too.
did throw a monkey wrench in that fucker.
Lee Cunningham was drafted by the USFL.
Yeah, so was Tanner Morgan.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, T-Bass, which he looks like he may be in a penitentiary right now. T-Bass, where are you? There's not barbed wire up there.
Find a man who knows how to get things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So go to wide receiver. I get the fourth round pick. I get the 4th round pick again this week.
You're
Is
a
the
mid-round
kid-
Right,
specialist.
back to back.
I can't see who's at the top.
We got Xavier Hutchinson, and then Tank Dell is there.
Is the kid from Princeton still there?
Princeton.
Jesus, I don't know, probably.
He probably
Yeah.
wouldn't be that.
Yeah,
low.
Is that him? I don't know anything about him.
Andre Iosivas.
He's an intriguing pick. So go to interior defensive line.
That was
All
our
right.
first pick. Actually, probably on the end.
All right, we got Zach Pickens, Colby Wooden, Jackson Player.
Shit. Why don't you go to? I'll take the receiver from Princeton.
He's doing it.
All right, he's doing it. All right,
Hey,
let me go back.
Hey, real quick, trivial question for everybody.
All
What
right.
Viking draft pick at the time was the all-time NCAA leader in field goal percentage in basketball at the time he was drafted? All-time leader in field goal percentage.
Really? Wow, that's a good one. Put in the comments. All-time leading field goal percentage in basketball drafted by the Vikings.
Yes.
All right. I can't wait. It's going to be someone just weird as hell. T-Bass, good to see you, man. Hope he breaks out soon.
How are we gonna know the answer? Is he gonna come back?
Oh, somebody will Google it.
I can see Gino Toretta.
Gino.
You got anybody else?
No, we do. What round are we in?
I think we are in the fifth.
No. All right. So we got Skull TYA coming in with the late round pick. What's up, Skull TYA? What's up, buddy?
What's up, fellas? I had the
Hey,
first
man.
pick last week.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm on my phone this week. So, you know what? We need a quarterback for the future. Is Tanner McGee still there?
Well, we got
Davey
fucking,
took Thomas.
Davey took Dorian.
Okay, well, I missed his pick. Okay, I was making dinner. I'm sorry. All right.
We still might need a quarterback for the future.
What about linebacker? We haven't taken one of those yet, right?
Nope.
We have not.
We got Dorian
Oh, there he is right there. Dorian Williams. Let's go. 133 tackles, 5.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, 3 pass breakups. Let's go.
Boom.
Me and Skull TYA love Dorian Williams probably more than we should.
And he's smart
done,
because he
man.
went to Tulane.
Good pick, baby.
Thank you, Skull TYA.
All right,
back
we're
on track.
Oh shit! All right, what round are we in?
I think we are in round 6.
All right, let me just
Should be our last pick.
So this
Round 5.
All right, yes. So just to recap, everybody: defensive tackle, quarterback, wide receiver, linebacker, definitely hitting the needs. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
So we got one more pick. We're up, and we got Trevor in the house. Trevor, what's up,
Trevor.
buddy?
Nothing much.
How you doing, man? You gonna make this
Good.
team better or worse?
Well, we're going running back just in case if Dalvin's not here.
Hell yeah, I
There we
like
go.
it.
There we go. All right, let me see what we got. Best running back. All right, here we go. Damian Thomas. Who are you looking for? We got Mo.
Let's go, Mo.
There it is. Mo.
All right.
Columbus just blew his load. Good pick, man. Well done.
Well done, Trevor. Yeah, there was I'm surprised Tavian was still there too. Rodriguez is pretty good.
He's always kind of just hanging around. So let's go to our
Yeah,
draft result. You know what? This ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. I mean, what? Well, I mean, the Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Davey clearly has been pulling off that bottle for about 7 to 9 days, but
Well, I mean, it's the thing though. It's a quarterback they have done early in the past. Christian Ponder at 12, T-Jack in round 2, Ian Book went in round 4. So just because right now everybody thinks Dorian Thompson-Robinson is going to be maybe a 5th to 7th rounder, doesn't mean he can't go in round 3. All it takes is one team to fall in love.
all right, we got a couple guys still in the room, but let's bring them on anyways because they wanted to see it. Ryan Stone, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's going on, Ryan?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hey, which pick would you have done different? Who'd you taken?
Probably the Brissy pick. I don't really like.
Yeah, you didn't like
much. No, not really.
Who's your first round guy? Who's your crush?
I like Zay Flowers.
Heck yeah, he was there. He was there. I like it. All right, man. Well
Thanks,
done,
Ryan.
sir. Old Stoner.
Yep, old Stoner.
All right, let's bring on Matamidai because we got to bring on Matamidai. What's up, buddy?
Hey!
Is he sitting down? That's a first.
I'm good.
Yeah, where's your ceiling fan? What the hell?
Are you okay?
Blink twice if you're okay.
I'm good. Just sitting upstairs.
Cool. Dame
Well,
says you're gonna pop
good
up
to
any
see you, man.
second.
Who's your first round crush?
My first round crush.
Yeah, who do you want?
I don't know. Probably just a cornerback. So we need it. I don't know. I'm not like wholly familiar with the draft. I know some guys, like I could make a pick if I needed to, but I'm not like so familiar that I can just pull a
Rattle
name.
them off. You'll get there.
You'll get there. Cornerback. You're on the right track. What else is new, Matamidai? It's good to see you. It's been a while.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm just I'm excited for Dalvin Tomlinson. I think we're gonna get something done.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell
hey,
yeah.
All right. Leave us with this. Leave us with this. Give us a bold prediction for the offseason, whether it's somebody we sign or somebody we cut. Give us a bold prediction.
Bold prediction. All right. My bold prediction is that the
do it. Go with your heart.
My bold prediction is that the Vikings trade for one of the best cornerbacks in the league, and we sign Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh shit! That is
will happen.
Wow, Matamidai. Well done. Matamidai always leaves us with something just real
something
nice.
to chew on. A little something to chew on.
I'll chew on something. Love it.
So, did you get rid of the mock results? I mean, we got to grade this thing.
No, I did not get rid of them. So yes, let's grade it in the comments. Let us know. Round one, Zay Flowers was still there, which is a little tempting. I think Brissy, you can't go wrong with that. But let me pull it up here. All right, everybody, let's grade this thing. We're going to be doing this every damn week, so start doing your homework. So pick one, Brissy. Can anybody really argue with that?
I love that pick.
Go to round three, Dorian Thompson, Robinson. Yes, quarterbacks can go all over the place. Davey has been huffing gas all day.
It's a little early. I like Dorian Thompson, Robinson. Round three, not so much. So that lowers the grade.
Paul Olson says that was dog water.
Dog water.
Davey,
I don't know.
Picked Ellen Page.
Anything with Andre Iosivas. I do have to look at him, so I can't really judge that. It seemed like it was early.
T-Bass was very quick to wonder if he's there.
It's one of his
he
boys.
knew exactly who he was looking for. So I'm not going to rip on it until I actually look into this guy.
Yeah. And then the last two picks I like quite a bit. So
Dorian Williams is a great pick.
Yep.
Mohammed can. Yeah. I've said my piece about Mohammed. I love him. I don't think he's long for the NFL.
I love the first pick, and the last couple picks too. So I got to get you got to factor in the good, the bad. I'm gonna go C. I'm giving this one a C.
Yeah, I'm gonna. God, I don't want to give the same grade, so I'm actually gonna go C minus. I'm gonna go C minus. Brissy, love it. The receiver, I do not know. Williams, great value. Other than that, Dorian Thompson, it's going to be fun as hell to watch in the preseason, but that's probably
He would be. But, remember that one year there was a receiver they took? We didn't know anything about him. His name was Nate Burleson.
Yeah, but that's just because we're morons. I mean, he was projected to go in round 2.
Be pretty damn good player. Pretty damn good.
All right. Well, you know what? This was a good show. This was a fun one. Everybody very interactive. Did we ever see? Is Paul Krause the answer? I've seen some Alan Pages. That's why the old timers are there. What's the actual answer to that question?
Has anybody confirmed it?
We got to see the answer before we let anybody go.
Oh, I got a fact too. I got to drop.
Well, hold on here. We cannot leave until we get the answer to T-Bass's wonderful question. Joe censored. All right, now everybody's just Vikings.
What was it? Vikings
goal. First thing saying Joe Censor was the answer, and I'm going to believe him. I'm going to believe him. Unfortunately, yeah, we've seen a couple. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of Joe Censor. Joe Censor is the answer. T-Bass, I like throwing a wrinkle in things, throwing a trivia question out there. Everybody should do that. So next week we'll be back. More draft. Hopefully, a lot more going on with the Minnesota Vikings because we'll probably win the Super Bowl next year, and I'm very excited.
1 week closer to free agency. It's right on the corner. It'll be combine week, I believe, next week. Correct? It's the first weekend in March.
And if you're watching, hit that sub button. We're very close to 10,000. We're not kidding. When we hit 10K, we're going to meet up somewhere. You guys are going to be very let down how boring and how big of losers we are, but we're going to be slamming beers with you guys, and it's going to be fun as hell.
Slam beers, giveaways. We'll probably do a show. It'll be amazing. Can't wait.
We probably won't do a show.
We're doing a show.
I can't wait.
And remember this, guys. This one's for Davey. A group of bananas is called a hand.